Hcmc stock update today. So for the last trading session, that was a session of the 14th of April 2022, around 462.9 million shares crossed the tape as it concerns Hcmc. But a lot has been going on behind the scenes, a lot that Hcmc doesn't really disclose publicly. This is as it concerns its patent, and we all know very well that that patent is very much linked to its case with Philip Morris. If it doesn't have any patent, if the patent office rules that its claim to the 170 patent is null and void, then that case also goes in the same direction. So we have also noticed that all the way back to the as a matter of fact, all the way back to early this year, they have been disclosing and filing all sort of documents, the two parties, that is Hcmc and Philip Morris. So Hcmc on the 18th of March disclosed this. This is it's a response. This is before the Patent Trials and Appeals Board. This is a response to Philip Morris's petition. So let's just go down to page 8. That is what is most pertinent to what we are talking about here. It says, pursuant to 37 CFR, patent owner Hcmc submits the following response regarding its inter partes review instituted against its patent. So as set forth below, petitioner Philip Morris's petition has not met its burden of proof, and Hcmc presents the board with facts that demonstrate the patentability of the challenged claims. The claims must be confirmed. And then the 170% patent is directed to an electronic smoking device. The challenged claims all require that the device include inter alia a combustible material reservoir into which a combustible material such as tobacco is loaded. The combustible material reservoir has a heating element fixed therein that heats the combustible material, initiating a combustion reaction in the combustible material reservoir. The petitioner asserts two grounds of anticipation and two grounds of obviousness. So the grounds of obviousness is defined here as patent obviousness is the idea that if an invention is obvious to either experts or the general public, it can be patent. In other words, you can't patent anything that is obvious. That is so the grounds for obviousness is what Philip Morris is the reason it's stating that the 170 patents or parts of it that is not patentable, so it's really obvious to anybody, so okay. So they went on to say that but it fails to carry its burden for the reasons set forth in this response. The first ground of anticipation based on Robinson fails because Robinson is directed to a complex heat-not-borne smoking device that is specifically designed to avoid combustion. The second ground of anticipation based on Hamel fails because Hamel's disclosure is so stark that it prevents any meaningful analysis, leaving petitioner to create its own self-serving mock-up figures to present how petitioner believes the evidence might be assembled, both of petitioner's anticipation grounds as well as the obviousness grounds based on the same references fail to carry petitioner's burden to demonstrate the unpatentability of the challenged claims of the 170 patents. So in support of this response, patent owner consulted Dr. Charles Garris, a professor in the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering at George Washington University. So here is his CV. If you think the other expert the Hcmc used earlier on is impressive, this guy is by far more expensive, and this guy was born in the 1940s. He's an old timer. Look at that. He got his B.Eng in 1965, probably even before the judge in the case. He was even born. Who knows? Probably older than him. MSc 1968, This is not to make you feel any way about this whole case, but it's all just a fact. PhD 1971, MBA got 24 credits towards the MBA between 1986 and 1988. It's a whole lot of experience this guy has. So he's been involved with all sort of things. Research associate at MIT and all that stuff. So, but of late, this is as of the 8th of April. Hcmc also responded. He also responded. This is the last response we're here. The last filing here. Petitioner, patent owner's response to petitioner's objection to evidence. Because at some point, the objection. This is Philip Morris's objection to its evidence. So this is HCMC's response, and went down here to say that on March 25th, petitioner served the above the reference objection to certain exhibits that were filed by the petitioner's response, citing federal rules of evidence and all that stuff. In summary, petitioner objects to exhibit 2001, the declaration of patent owner's expert, Dr. Charles A. Garris Jr., and a few other ones. Okay. So went on to say down here, prosecution history. Okay, exhibit 2001 is the declaration of patent owner's expert Dr. Garris in support of patent owner's response. The testimony set forth in Dr. Garris's declaration was provided under oath and is subject to cross-examination by the petitioner. Dr. Garris's testimony provides the basis for his opinions set forth in his declaration, as set forth in his CV, that is exhibit, you've seen it already, exhibit 2002 or 22002. He's well qualified to provide the opinions set forth in his declaration. The reminders of the petitioner's objection to exhibit 2001 are speculative in nature and do not provide sufficient particularity in order to respond. Okay. So in a response letter, in a response to petitioner's objection to exhibit 2008, which is an excerpt from an introduction to combustion concepts and applications by Stephen R. Torrance, okay, patent owner will make the textbook available for inspection and copying for petitioner at petitioner's request. All of the objections to evidence raised by petitioner have been fully addressed here. Accordingly, patent owner requests that the petitioner's objection to evidence be withdrawn or overruled in their entirety. The response is being served within 10 days and all that stuff. So these are the sort of things that have been going on. We don't hear them. We don't hear them. HCMC doesn't publish them, but we have to all go and dig out all of these things, and thanks to Josham Sauce, he's been diligently going there to find out what's going on there. So we have to give him that credit, Josham Sauce. You probably watch his videos, so thanks to him a lot. We all get to be aware of what's going on with HCMC, and as it concerns that patent. So down here we can also see what's going on with the stock. We all know it's been it's been consolidating, as a matter of fact, moving sideways pretty much. This is all the way back to what would I say, all the way back to the 7th of December 2021. It's been backwarding. We know it's been backwarding, but of late now it's just been trading roughly around 0.0003 dollars pretty much, and also between 0.0002 dollars and 0.0003 dollars since the 7th of February. So since 7th of December 2021. So there are a couple of items here, some other mainstream news, not really, but much more concerned, much more relevant to its commercial activities. So it says here, the last one I think was at the 31st of March. HCMC reports fourth quarter and full year fiscal 2021 results, and I think we may have covered that, and I think let's just go ahead and see what's going on. It says total current assets for the year ended December 31, 2021 amounted to $28.8 million compared to $3 million compared to $3 million, a 25.8 million dollar increase when compared to December 31, 2021. So that's an increase in assets. Total current liabilities for the year ended December 31, 2021 amounted to $2.5 million compared to $5.7 million, a $3.2 million decrease when compared to December 31. So as a result, the working capital improved by roughly $29 million. Net sales from operations from the year ended December 31, 2021 amounted to $13.3 million compared to $13.9 million, a $0.6 million decrease during the same period. So you must have seen all of these things. So moving down, we can see what's going on with the stock. Technically, momentum is improving. It's improving. The last time on this daily chart it actually was oversold or anywhere close to being oversold was the 1st of March 2022. That's last time of late. So down here you can see it says that HCMC appears to be rallying within a longer term bearish trend, driving its MACD above the signal line. Shares remain below a declining 200-day moving average, signifying that the dominant trend remains lower. It's also outperforming the S&P 500. You won't believe it. Momentum for HCMC strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay high prices for shares. Okay, the unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, well, all in all, we can see it's currently above its all of its moving averages apart from that 200-day moving average. That 200-day moving average is rapidly declining. So at some point it may catch up with it, but it's taking a long time for that to happen. I don't know if that helps, but in any case, it seems to be rallying. Technically it's above its trading at a premium to its 10 and 20-day moving averages. So we'll continue to update you, and thank you very much for watching this video.